Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We are in the Launceston CBD in Tasmania, and I've just spent the last few days here roaming around Launceston and Hobart, riding some buses and checking out the suburbs. I didn't really film anything because the buses are quite packed and it's annoying to film. So whatever, really interstate, I've only been filming trains. This was just more of a personal thing to tick off the cities and not worry about filming for a few days. But anyway, I thought I'd just make a quick video now because we're going to be taking one of the only seasonal flights that Virgin Australia operates from Launceston back to Perth, which is honestly quite strange because Launceston has a population of only around 75,000 people, which is less than Bunbury in Western Australia, so it's pretty crazy that there's a direct flight to Perth. And people do seem to like my plane videos, so I guess why not make another one. So right now I got the difficult task of getting to Launceston Airport without paying for a silly Uber, which costs like $50 to $80 or even $100 when the flight was only $250 when I booked it. I had no way I'm paying that much. So yeah, apparently there used to actually be a bus until like 2020 that went past there. Then they rerouted it and now there's literally no public bus. So the closest you can get is about 3.5 kilometers away, and then you have to walk on the side of a highway on some, luckily there's a path though for most of it. There's a small section without one, but we're gonna go and get that bus that goes down there. So they have actually several different bus operators. The main one is Metro Tasmania, which does all the urban routes here in Launceston and Hobart, and also Burnie, which is up on the northern coast. There's another bus. They have a lot of cool old ones like that, and they use the green card for all three cities. No contactless payments yet, but they're working on that as well. And my bag just opened up. But then there's also other operators which do services to further destinations, or even not even that far away. But this one that I'm going on right now actually goes to Perth, Perth, Tasmania, which is one of the suburbs of Launceston in the south, and then a little bit further on from there. So we'll be getting off around there. That's pretty close to the airport, and walking from there and then getting on our Virgin flight. So yeah, we'll just wait for the service now. It should be around 5:40. It's only like every hour, so the flight's at 8:15 and gets to Perth at 9:45 local time. So there's another one of the normal Metro Tasmania buses. They actually have so many of those bus models with the custom coach body. It's actually so many, and then a few older ones as well. And they also have, in Launceston, they have battery electric buses, while in Hobart they actually have hydrogen electric buses, which release water out the back, which is honestly a very expensive thing to operate. So they did a trial of them in Perth like over 20 years ago. Obviously failed, so I'm surprised they operate that, but anyway. This is the center of the city. As you can see, it's not even much. I basically went to all the extreme points, north, south, east and west with the buses. But there is actually a really nice place over there called Cataract Gorge, which is the main tourist attraction here. And it does look very nice, so there's that bus. Alright, here's our bus. It is one of the other operators, but it actually does also accept green card. The last time I went in one of the private ones it didn't, but I guess it's different across the different ones. So I'll be taking this down now. And there it goes. Dropped off on the side of the road in Breadalbane, that bus stop. Bro, I fell asleep. I woke up like 2 minutes before the bus stop. Oh my gosh. And there's no more buses back today either. The last one's in like 3 minutes, so that would have been terrible. Anyway, just go for a little walk now. Shouldn't be that bad. But yeah. Here we are, walking on the side of the road. There's not even a curb, so why did they gotta make it like this? Launceston Airport that way, Perth that way, and Hobart. It's so funny seeing Perth there when I'm going to Perth, but Perth, Western Australia, not this Perth. Alright, here we are. Honestly, not even that bad. This road was duplicated in the last 4 years. Before it was like one lane, and probably the path wouldn't have been here. I mean, nah, maybe it was, but it's not that bad. Just a kilometer down here. Now we're going past the petrol station and a little bit more. This just feels like a normal suburb now. Before it felt like we were in some rural place. I mean, it still looks crazy when you look that way and see the mountains, but which I did hike all the way up Mount Wellington in Hobart a few days ago. 1,300 meters above sea level. That was crazy. Such a good view. It took 2 hours at a really fast pace, basically running up and passing so many people. And like 1 hour down running, but yeah. Otherwise it says it takes like 6-7 hours normally walking. And should just be over there. Not too much further. It's gonna be a really small place anyway. But now I still gotta wait just under 2 hours. And here we are, literally after a $1 bus ride, or even free since I already capped it today. Imagine parking here if you lived here, $15 per day instead. No, this is the way to go. Although I really don't get why someone would want to live here. Like, it's just way too small and it's antisocial and really not great. All these cars in places like Melbourne right now, all the people, or Sydney or whatever. Although the landscape, look at how beautiful that is. The mountain with the back, very nice. So we're here now. Didn't even take that long. I got off the bus at what, 6? It's 6:25. 25 minutes at leisurely pace, so that's fine. And if you don't want to walk the last bit, you can actually get the silly car park transfer bus if it comes. I don't know when it's running, but from there, which I could wait for it, but it's literally right there now, so it doesn't matter. Here we are, Launceston Airport. Wow, the mountain view is really great though. This is literally the whole airport. Just that. Look how empty this flight is. Definitely no demand for this route. I'm so surprised it runs. Alright, ready for takeoff with the nice view. The sun literally just set, so I'm pretty much gonna be chasing the sun to Perth. But obviously it's gonna be faster than us. demolished. And straight over East Guildford, no trains there for 2 weeks still.
And welcome to Perth. Virgin Australia acknowledges the traditional owners of the land to which we fly and pay respect to elders past and present. The time here in Perth is just approaching 9:55. It's 28 degrees outside and we'll be getting to the gate shortly. For everyone's safety, please keep your seatbelt fastened and the arse exit's clear until the seatbelt sign is switched off. Remember to take care when you open the lockers and make sure you have everything with you before you leave. We'll be leaving through the forward door only today, as we'll be refueling. Smoking, vaping or using e-cigarettes is not anywhere inside the terminal, and you can now take your devices off of flight mode. If you have an onward connection from Perth, check your itinerary to see which terminal you will be leaving from. All the terminals Virgin Australia fly from here in Perth are just a short walk apart. If you don't hold an onward boarding pass, please pick up your bag before checking in for your next flight. As always, our ground team are happy to help. Thank you for choosing to fly with Virgin Australia today. It's been our pleasure having you on board. If Perth is home, welcome home. Enjoy your stay or have a safe onward journey. Thank you and good night.
And alright, we're here now, Airport Central, back on our very well, nicely connected transport network. At least tonight. Tomorrow it's a whole day closure of the whole airport line tunnel for some reason. Apparently for some fan testing, which is so stupid to be closing it for a whole weekend day because of that. And then nightly closures every night from Sunday to Thursday. So that's just great. Like, that'd be really sad. But today it is open because usually on Fridays there's never night closures. So it's good. There is a 17-minute wait now for my service. So I'm just going to go to High Wycombe because obviously going to be the same train. But that was the flight, very empty, very comfortable, able to lie down across the seats all the way and slept half of it. Didn't get any food though, but no reason to really. It's a bit silly that I paid for my window seat when then we could just move anywhere, so that felt a bit dumb, but oh well, it's just like $10 to $12. But yeah, really cool, really enjoyable. And surprised that such a service exists considering the demand wasn't that high. But as I said, it's one of Virgin's only seasonal routes, so it was cool to have that and experience another flight. And I'm back in Perth for another uni semester. Probably won't be going anywhere now until mid-year when I'll go to Sydney on the Indian Pacific, not by plane, which is going to be amazing. So see you then. Bye. Of course, have to pay a visit to the best, beautiful station before going home at High Wycombe. Very nice. Always love getting back on the Perth network after being somewhere else, especially Tasmania with no passenger trains. What is that black dot?